It's Weenie Wheels Wednesday. Today we'll be opening my first completed series of 2023, the Sweet Rides, and I'll be opening up every donut drifter that was ever made, except for one, coming up after this. I managed to track down every single donut drifter except for the Target exclusive. So that's really, really sad. But we do have, this was the first one. I think I have them in order. The one that I'm missing is the Target exclusive, the red edition, because in Canada we don't have Target. We did for a couple, a short stint. I think it was 1 year. And then they all closed down, unfortunately. But here we have, besides that red one, which is pretty darn cool because it's like this monotone brown and red and white one. This is the Treasure Hunt from the latest Fast or Sweet Rides series. And we will open all of those. The first series for me to complete. I hope that they don't release another one at the end of the year. I think we've seen everything but one left case. I mean, they get them early from Malaysia and stuff, so we do often see those online, and I don't think that there's anything else left in the Sweet Rides. What am I opening the donut drifters first? We're saving the donut drifters. Should I show you them on card? I guess you can kind of see them on card right now. Let me show you. Here they all are. And they all are fast foodie, except for the one red edition one, which would be labeled red edition to go with the Target red ones that they put out. And then this one is labeled Sweet Rides. So this was number 5. We'll be opening up this. The reason why I started collecting this whole series in the first place, this translucent dessert drifter. I mean, come on. And look, that's something that you don't see very often. They have different deco for the recolor, so that's pretty cool. Because usually they'll just do exactly the same deco, but they went with 2 different fruits that the Jello molds represent. So that's cool. And then, yeah, you can see even with the sprinkles that each sprinkle will be exactly the same. It'll just be colored differently. Sometimes they switch up the tires. I don't think they usually do that with a recolor, so that's interesting that they switched up the tires here for these. I always wanted to, no, I didn't always. I considered collecting the cupcake cars before, but I never did. The donut ones just appeal to me more than the cupcake car. The cupcake car looks silly, and the donut one doesn't for some reason. I guess I like the low profile. It's just a chunkier, fatter car, and the cupcake is probably a little more detailed, but it's cool that I am getting a complete set, and I do have some cupcake representation going on. Different wheels is kind of freaking me out. Do these all have different wheels? Oh, they've experimented with different wheels on these too. And then number 3, is that where we are? Number 3. In the fast foodie, we have this food truck. And again, look, the deco is exactly the same hot chicken. I just did it in 2 different colors. Cool. A van. This is I have a hard time not buying every food truck that comes out. They have a lot that come out with Matchbox. I'll usually grab all of the truck vans like that. And then we have a silly toaster, not one that I would normally collect. I believe I do have a chrome version of this. Chrome cars are hard for me not to buy, and it has a moving part, so that will be fun to see. And donut drifters, again, we're opening those. This is a big opening. I usually don't open things in my videos. This is number 5 in the Sweet Rides, the donut one. That's why we're opening it later. Let's open up my favorite car out of all of these, this dessert drifter. Sometimes I call it desert drifter. Did they teach you in school how to remember how to spell dessert versus desert? Because dessert has 2 S's? Wouldn't you rather have two desserts than 2 deserts? That's how I remember how to spell it. I'm just using my rudimentary scissors. I guess I'm going to save these cards and cut off the rest of the bubble more carefully. But until then, I discovered in my last video that I do seem to collect a lot of red and green cards, and I kind of do and always have loved red and green combinations. It was always my favorite. Red's my favorite color. Green's its complement, so they look great together. I love a translucent car. So good. Look, we've got a chrome on the bottom of this one, and we've got a matte gray on the bottom of this one. Same wheels. It does say Desert Drifter. This is a new car for 2023, so this was new. I really also like the art that they put on there, and look at the little Hot Wheels leaf tag. Kind of cool. Very, very, very cool. Hope you can see the translucent. I got the light shining through it for me. Oh, wonder if we can see. I do have some other translucent cars. I know what box I will be putting these with. Probably this one. This is one that I thought I was going to open until I remembered I had. Today I was going to open a lot of my single ones that I really like. And I always collect every single one of these. Mock It Go. Yeah, well, I shouldn't be talking about that one today, because we are opening the donuts and all these foodies. Alright, next up we have any moving parts or anything that I should know about? No, but there's the information on that. Number 2, my first cupcake called Sweet Driver. And that's what it says on the back. There's no secret surprises. That's where they put the secret surprises. Let's bust this cupcake open. Try to be careful. This kind of reminds me of a Target Red Edition. Really great 70s colors on these. This is my, speaking of favorite colors, I really love these autumn fall colors together. Yeah, that does look pretty nice. That's a cool car. It looks like a fairy tale car. Cool. It's frosted. There's a little guy riding in the middle. Whoa. This is going to be a noisy video. These are tiny little cars today. Odd shaped. Okay, and then we'll open up the pink one. The pink one came out first, if I remember correctly. And I don't remember which one of these came out first. Oh, you can't see. I need to bring something over so you can look at least a couple cars while I'm opening other ones. Okay, so pink one going like this. Different wheels. How does it look from the front? Cute. It's cute. I like pink and blue too. Together. It always looks nice, you know, the whole Barbie core thing. Very, very cute. Some pastel. I like pastels, so that's pretty cool too, but they got a mix of green. Some weird color combinations. Mattel is so good at doing color combinations. Get some more. Here we go. Let's pop these two up here. So cute. Okay. Number 3 is the van. This is exciting. Uh-oh. Any moving parts or anything? No. But that's the information for Quick Bite. Oh, cool. Oh, so cool. Very, very cool. Hold on. I'm going to show it to you, I promise. Oh. Let's open this one. Try not to scratch it. I should be ripping these off the bubble. Am I really going to end up saving my cards? Have them all in a box. Would I be happy with... The artwork is so nice on the card, though. Sometimes I don't want to... I'm probably scratching them up on the sharp edges of the plastic when I do stuff like this, though. Okay, now these cards that I have set aside for you to look at while I open are in the way. So we have two very cool food trucks filled with hot chicken. The sunroofs are really, really cool. And there's a guy inside. That's kind of creepy, actually. And it kind of looks like Jesus. Which maybe it is. Maybe it has this Mexican, Spanish connotation. Hot chicken. Does look like Jesus, though, I have to say. Okay, and then what's going on? Mild, hot, extra hot, and fire. I would choose the mild. I am a spice wimp. I would just enjoy it more if it's not spicy. And sometimes mild is too spicy, and sometimes spicy isn't spicy enough. But that chicken blowing up fire, that gives me the that this is all way too spicy for me. There we go. Fun, cool. I love that there's interior. It's kind of cool that there's a guy inside. I normally wouldn't like that. I don't like that vans don't scale exactly to regular cars, but the thing here today, we're not opening up any regular cars today, are we? This is the only regular car in the series. Let's open the toasters with the moving parts again in red and green. And this is a very, very silly car. It is called Roller Toaster. And, this shows here that it does have a moving part. That's where it shows the special features. Roller Toaster, sweet rides. That's the details. Let's get it out of here. And it's not much of a moving part. I am always disappointed by the moving parts on these things. Like usually it's just a spoiler that clicks a tiny little movement, and the toast doesn't really pop down. I mean, it's just a hinged piece of plastic. I know that they did the best that they could with no gimmick budget, probably. Cool. Better than not having the red one. I don't know if I special feature. Oh, look. Maybe one is an American card, and one is they have different numbers on the back. So one would be an American card, and one would be an international Canadian card. And that is where we get more information. They can't put special feature written on the box in different languages, so we get nothing instead here in Canada. I think I mentioned that I'm in Canada because there's no Targets here. Check this out. And the green one, do we have the same wheels? No, they gave it different wheels. I guess that happens more often than I think it does for the alternative color ones. So similar, very similar, same deco, but in green and in red. It's cute, it's old-fashioned, sparkling. So I haven't been showing you the bottoms. Very, very cool. All right, and then the last, and into all of the donuts. I guess we can clear out completely for that. Let's open some donuts now. So the fifth and final in the sweet rides is this donut drifter, and it's a treasure hunt sacrilegious to open it, maybe. But here we go. Am I opening them in reverse order? It seems so. Really awesome pastel colors. It's such a chunky, hunky car. 2 different colored tires, which is the first time they have done that. And it has the rider inside, just like the cupcake car. As you can see, they're very similar. I do prefer, this is old-fashioned, but I mean, I do prefer the low profile, and it's just hunkier and chunkier. So that is why I like this one. Let's continue opening them backwards from how they were released. Cut this one out. Number 4 of 5. So this one was a recolor from last year, I assume. I don't know when was the first year that these came out. So purple and yellow, and they did a really cool design. They do mix that up. We're going to see that the ones that are redecos are going to have the same design on top. But that's magical, I have to say. Again, pink pastel, more fluorescent wheels this time. And the spoiler, metal bottom. Very, very cute. Alright, and then here is the redeco from, it's listed as 2021 on the back of the card. So, last year's Donut Drifter, even though last year was 2022, but I think it takes a year. I've been noticing on the backs of the cards, though, that the years are not being updated or something. Yellow, purple, complementary colors. We got some orange and pink. We got some clashing going on here. Again, the same deco as this one, just in different colors. It's pretty cool. That frosting is pretty awesome. Okay, and then this one, well, this one's number 3, and this one's number 3, and it appears that these have different decos on them. This one's number 1, and this one's number 1. So I guess they put out 3 decos each time, but this one says 2020, and this one says 2020, but they do, I have to say, they have different deco on them. 2020 and 2020. But let me open up that one at the same time. Because they have the same number, they're both 3 of 5, and they're both 2020. So these had to be redecos of each other. Yet, they did do a different paint application. However, it is similar in the swirl that's on it. Very similar to this one, except they added 2 types of sprinkles. One got stars, one got traditional sprinkles, and it does look like the swerve is exactly the same. Do I want to see if the swerve is... No, the swerve's a little different there. Very, very, very cool. Hey, where does it say the treasure hunt on this one? This is the treasure hunt, right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where. Doesn't it usually say treasure hunt on it somewhere? I'm confused at that. Isn't there a fire logo on it? Where's the logo? Interesting. If you spotted the flame logo on this, you tell me. You tell me where it is. Why can't I see it? Whoa! Okay, so the same but different, totally different colors. pastel-y, cute, frosty, delicious. And then we've got these two richer ones, the first two ones. This one was really hard for me to get. It is on a European card. I think a friend sent it from Europe. They just saw it randomly in a store. So I was very, very happy and delighted to get the first one because I told myself I'll get it later. I'll think about it, and then I didn't, and then I started collecting all the other ones, or I said that's too silly to get, and I didn't get the first one, but then I started collecting all the others, except for the Target one. Here are the first two ever made. I think that this is looking like that Simpson donut. I think that that's what that's all about. And sprinkles and frosting. Is it a different sprinkle design as this one? It is. It's completely a different pattern. These are very similar though. And different color wheels on this one. Oh, different colored wheels on this one. So they returned to the different colored wheels with the latest treasure hunt one, which I'm covering up all the wheels, but it was just the paint on this one. This one's my favorite. So out of all of them, the treasure hunt one, so I'm glad I opened it. And then I think that the original is my second favorite. I really like this color combination. And then, I mean, the red, white, the red, yellow, and blue with the primary colors, that's pretty sweet too. I mean, they're all pretty sweet, pun intended. All right, here they all are, all of these really cool donut drifters and sweet rides. I'm gonna have to get one of these boxes for them and then put them on a shelf. Very, very cool. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Donut cars, huh? Cupcake cars. I don't open up stuff very often in these videos. I think that there's going to be a lot more opening videos and less haul videos because I'm going to be super choosy now for the Hot Wheels that I'm buying. And that's right, this channel does not buy the traditional Hot Wheels that most of the grown-up online collectors will buy. I will buy the funny-looking, crazy ones, because that is what I'm into. So, except if it's a Matchbox, then I want to get the plainest ones. Actually, with Hot Wheels too, I will buy the solid colored ones, especially a solid color black car. It's really hard for me not to get. This looks pretty good, all lined up here. We opened some really cute, awesome cars today. Loved it. Should race these. I should put these on a track and see which donut drifter, whatever it's called. Yeah, donut drifter, whichever one wins. Favorite car of the day. Still. Look at that sparkle and shine.